Hi, in this video, I'll be going over some tips on how to use superglue. Superglue, also known as CA glue, is a very useful adhesive for model kit building and various other crafts as well. It works fast, is very strong, and is compatible with various different materials. If you're like me, however, you may have had some awful experiences using CA glue in the past. CA glue getting all over the place, CA glue leaving a crusty mess, or just CA glue outright not working very well. You may think all of these are happening because you're clumsy, and it might be true. But if you follow this guide, I hope you'll see less of those problems. Before we go deeper into this tutorial, let's go over some basic safety items. If you accidentally spill your CA glue, do not wipe it. CA glue is highly flammable and can cause a fire when a little bit of heat is applied to it. If you try to wipe it, the friction caused by the wiping can cause a fire. If you happen to spill it, let it harden completely. Once it's no longer wet or sticky, you can try to salvage whatever you can. If you accidentally glue your fingers or any other body part, use something slightly acidic like lemon juice to weaken the bond. This also works on other things too, but lemon juice and plastic does not play well together sometimes, so please be careful. Anyways, back to the tutorial. You're working on a project and need to glue two pieces together. You grab your bottle of super glue. You've heard before that you're supposed to use a very small amount when you use super glue. You remember how much of a mess you made last time by using too much, so you decide to follow the advice. You squeeze a drop of super glue onto one of the pieces and push the other piece over the glue. You let it sit for some time and come back to check on it later. Everything looks fine at first, but the glue pieces fall apart when you apply a bit of pressure. You think you may have applied too little, so you use a bit more glue than last time. You repeat this process until you realize you have a giant crusty mess and the two parts are still not sticking together. You end up using duct tape instead and start to contemplate becoming a supervillain. Does this sound familiar? So where did everything go wrong? Right here in the very beginning, you already used too much glue. You thought you were using only a little amount, but you were using too much. When using CA glue, you need to prepare two other items: a bottle cap and a toothpick. If you don't have a bottle cap, you just need anything disposable to use as a tray for the CA glue. I often use a folded up post-it. Similarly, the toothpick can be substituted with anything pointy and disposable as well. First, squeeze a single drop of glue onto your bottle cap. Then lightly wet the tip of your toothpick and spread the glue onto the surface you want to apply the glue. Keep the layer of glue as thin as possible. If you accidentally apply too much, use the tip of a tissue to soak up the excess. Unlike some other liquid glues, CA glue does not cure by drying. Instead, CA glue cures when it chemically reacts with the moisture in the air. While CA glue is very good at sticking to a surface, it's not very good at sticking to each other. This means a thick layer of CA glue is very brittle and will easily break off. This is why applying the glue as thin as possible is very important. By using a minuscule amount of glue, not only are you less likely to create a mess, but you are making sure that things stick better. If you're still having issues sticking things together, you can try a few other things to improve the situation. Try sanding the surface you're trying to glue together. This is especially helpful when you're trying to glue things that are broken. Oftentimes, the broken surfaces are warped during the breakage and do not align very well. Sanding them flat helps solve this problem. Another helpful method is using a CA glue accelerator. These are alkaline chemicals that react faster with CA glue than moisture in the air. They're sometimes called CA glue activators, and you can find them relatively easily online or at hobby stores. Apply CA glue on one side and apply the accelerator on the other side. Hold them together for a few seconds, and voila! That covers my tips for using superglue. If you found this tutorial helpful, please like and subscribe. Thank you.